Hello. Hey, you guys. It's Sunday, Sunday, which is the day before Monday. And it's it must be 9 o'clock somewhere because I've been trying to do these around 9 o'clock in the morning, but today just got away from me. It was my son's birthday, and he invited me over for breakfast, which is kind of cool. So I went there and went for a motorcycle ride, and now I'm back at my place, and JR is with me. Hi, JR.
Hello.
And so usually the sun's over here, and but right now it's kind of behind me. How's that? I'm gonna move a little bit. There we go. How's that? Now we can. Okay, I just don't have very much to say today, but I got a little tidbit for you. Just a little tidbit. So, you know how when we see something, well, I had something happen today. I was driving up 17th Avenue on my motorcycle, and a bunch of my buddies were at the Ship. It's a local pub out on the deck, and I blew my horn at them, and they waved, and then my mind started making up stories for why they were there, who was there, what were they doing, what were they thinking about me, where was I going. They tried to wave me in, so, and it was just so immediate that that mind goes to making up stories and believes it, right? And believes it. And the story is often related to our belief about ourselves in life, right? And so we somehow, as children, got an idea of whether we were good enough or not good enough, or, and so all of our stories about all of our interactions come from that, our fundamental beliefs about ourselves. And most of us, I'm making this up, but most of us, I think, in some way have a feeling of wanting to, be more or be better, or to earn respect or earn love, or not quite good enough. And I know that was mine. I mean, I grew up in a home where we had to fight for our spots, and so it's still there. It's in there, and I've recognized that a lifetime of taking courses and reading books didn't really change it. I couldn't find peace in the story, and so my message today and every day is that we're not the story. The story, we're much more than the story. The story's inside of who we are, but it's not who we are. And so to see that we're living in a subjective way where we're making up shit about everybody and everything. We're making up story about everything. Oh gosh, that's the third siren I've heard in an hour. There must be something going on. This is not a very nice neighborhood. Just stuff like that. It just goes on, right? The mind is continually, I call it the magical meaning-making machine, story-making machine, and it's just always painting pictures and of whether this is going to work or that's not going to work, or whether I should say that or shouldn't say that. It's just ridiculous. So we can't really live in that, but we have to be aware at some level that we've been living in it. And all of the things, pretty much all of the things that we imagine are truth are not. Many cases we've bought other people's stories and bought into them and become part of a clique or a group that's based on somebody's perception of the world, and now we're we feel accepted because we're one of that group. We love being in groups often. And so the message anyway is just watch. Just watch. Be aware of the story, and be aware when you're sitting with friends and we're gossiping about people, and making, and what we're doing generally is making up stories about them, what we think is happening, and it happens in every community and every. So just watch though when we do that, because it separates us from the possibilities of the moment, and to be in love when we're subjectively if life is if we're living in a subjective life, which is that we're kind of have our idea about everything, then everybody has their idea about everything, and nobody has the same idea about anything. Does that make sense? And so, but we try to meet somewhere where we have a few things that we agree on, so we can at least have, be part of something. And I've most of my life been part of groups, if you will. I like that. I've been kind of in a somewhat, I was a bit of a biker. I kind of like being in the biker group, and I've been in the 12-step world. I love being in the 12-step world, and so we're attracted to be in each other, with each other like that. Anyway, just watch. That's all. Just watch this. What happens, and because not only do we judge others, but we judge ourselves. We make up stories about ourselves. I should have done this. I should have done that. Today, I was coming home, and I thought, well, I'll go up 17th Avenue, which is kind of the busy street, And as soon as I saw the guys, my mind immediately went to, oh, that's why I decided to come up here. And it's just a story. It's not true. But I like to believe that, that's why I came this way. And so just watch all of that. And if we can surrender that, we can live in the moment. We can just be here now. We can look and see our friends and go, oh, look at that. Hi. And move on to the next second and the next moment, and really be there in each moment, and as we live in that nowness, that's where the peace is, that's where the bliss is, that's where the love is in the now. So that's it, my little story of subjective. And what's it going to think about? Sometimes we objectify things. We do that with sexes. I'm tired of women objectifying me. Okay, that was humor, but because I know that men, for a lot, male conditioning has been somewhat objectifying. And I was brought up in that male conditioning. And so just watch when we are stuck in a belief, right? When we're stuck in an idea about, JR's laughing, because we do, we have to examine a bit, look at where we're at and be prepared to let go of our beliefs about everything. Yeah. Hey, Milt. Hi, buddy. Nice to see you. Joe, I was thinking about, judgments, and so, and this is all coming after, just from seeing the guys on the street today, and then I'm coming up 17th Avenue and I realized that, oh shit, I judge people sometimes by how they look, and it's so subtle. I can't even see it. It's so, it's like, oh my God, by how they look, or what they're wearing, or what they're driving, or where they work. And I'm just full of it. And so to see it is, the beginning. Awareness is the beginning of letting it go, and seeing that I don't know anything, about that person really, and like nobody really knows anything about me. I mean, but people could look at me and say because they had a dealing with me 2 years ago or 5 years ago that they know me, and I could actually think I know them. But thank God I forget everybody so fast that when I see them, I'm like, oh, have we met? One of the beauties of not remembering as much as I used to is like I don't hold them in an old spot, an old place, like as if I know them. So anyway, judgments, let them go, watch them, see them when they come up. Judge people by where they live, right? Who they hang out with. Anyway, love you guys. I'm going to read this thing. This is the daily reading, and like I say, it must be 9 o'clock somewhere. August the 3rd, thought for the day. Practical experience, it says, shows that nothing will so much ensure immunity from drinking as extensive work with other alcoholics. So this is about, freedom from addiction. But I think we could say that practical experience shows that nothing will will so much ensure immunity from judging as extensive work with other alcoholics or other people, right? I mean, as soon as we're trying to be of service to somebody else, we let go of our judgments and we let go of our self-centered thinking, right? Carry the message, it says, to other alcoholics or other addicts or to everybody, really, of the freedom that can happen from, the steps actually help us to let go of thinking we know. Don't they, JR? Yeah. Yeah. Of thinking we know. It says, you can help when no one else can. And you can, because as we gain our freedom, we can help others to get free. That's our job. We got to go back and bust them out, right? Bust them out. And maybe, well, anyway, there's a lot of work to do. I'll talk to you about that later. You can help when no one else can. You can secure their confidence when others fail. Life will take on new meaning for us, for you. To watch people recover, to see them help others, in turn, to watch loneliness vanish, to see a fellowship grow up around you, to have a host of friends. This is an experience you must not miss. So it doesn't matter where we are. You can do this, right? It doesn't matter where you are. If you're in an institution, if you're in jail, you can do this. If you're in a hospital, you can do this. You can reach out and help others to be free. It says, the question for the day, am I always ready and willing to help other alcoholics? And the answer is yes. And I feel like I fall short sometimes because I don't, because that's me judging me, right? I feel like I could do more. I'd love to do more. I want to do more. And I pray to do more. I ask, God, as I understand Him or don't understand Him, the moment, universal intelligence, Father of light, right? Our ancestors, whoever it is that we're praying to, Grandma, I ask if to be given more work. Give us more. Keep asking for more. Meditation for the day, it says. One secret of abundant living is the art of giving. One secret of abundant living is the art of giving. The paradox of life is that the more you give, the more you have. Imagine. That could be like a spiritual law. If you lose your life in the service of others, you will save it. You can give abundantly and so live abundantly. You are rich in one respect. You have a spirit that is inexhaustible. Read that again. The paradox of life is that the more you give, the more you have. If you lose your life in the service of others, you will save it. You can give abundantly and so live abundantly. You are rich in one respect. You are rich in one respect. You have a spirit that is inexhaustible. So that spirit is love. That spirit is love. I think of it as love. You can think of it as whatever you want, but I think of it as love, inexhaustible. Let no mean or selfish thought keep you from sharing this spirit, this love. Oh, it says on the next line, of love, of help, of understanding, and of sympathy and compassion. Give and keep giving. Give your personal ease and comfort, your time, your money, and most of all yourself. You will be living abundantly. Beautiful, eh? That is so nice. Hi, Shane. Thanks for dropping in. Chris, good to see you guys. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may live to give. I pray that I may live to give. Amen. I pray that I may learn the secret of abundant living. Yes. Isn't that beautiful? Pray that I may live to give. I pray that I may learn the secret of abundant living. So we focus on service. I mean, there's something to be said for purpose. You know, purpose, and when we actually have a purpose to give away what we have, and we live that purpose, when we're in the midst of it, we're so present. You know, one of the beautiful things about this that I get to do every day, because I get to do this every day, it's beautiful, is that it's the most present I think I am all day. It's the most present I think I am all day. It's so beautiful, you know, to feel this love that seems to just come through. So thank you so much, you guys, for letting me do this. Oh, I was talking to Sheila last night. Sheila's my mother of my son Regan. I don't like to call her my ex. She's family, and she said, David, remind people to like your YouTube channel. I forget. So this is on YouTube as well. Go to YouTube and like our channel. I'm building the channel on YouTube a little bit, yeah. Okay, guys, love you lots. Cheers.